Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick product review on the Lensun Solar Energy Company's foldable, waterproof, portable solar panel. This thing is being used in Southeast Alaska for use on my sailboat. I have currently two flexible panels permanently mounted on the outside of the boat, but I needed an extra one so that I could put this where the sun is shining best and kind of optimize it. So let's start off with the outside of the container, the bag itself. The panel is folded up inside this bag. The bag itself has a nice logo, very well done, very vibrant and noticeable. There is an outer pocket here, and in that outer pocket is an instruction manual. There are several barrel connectors in here as well for different size computer plugs, so you can actually plug the panel right into your computer. There's also an Anderson plug in here for plugging this into those battery packs, portable battery packs. So that's in there. I'll also add that the instructions seem to be very well done, good graphic illustrations, and very thorough in the instructions themselves, so I keep that with it. Besides this pocket on the front side of the bag, it has two very robust carrying handles, very well stitched. And also, this is a nice touch. Instead of one zipper, you get two zippers so that it's easier to unzip the case for the panel itself. There's also a large pocket in the back here. Now I have 10 feet of 10 gauge wire that I will use to plug this into the solar system on my boat, and that's where the extra wiring will go. Stitching looks good. It's all nice and trimmed off on the sides, and the interior pocket is more than generous for the panel itself. Now let's take a quick look at the actual panel. So this is the panel in its folded configuration. It measures 14 inches by 22¼ inches across. It does give you the specs on the panel here and all of the other specifications right there. That way, if you need to test it, you can do that. One of the things I do like about this panel is that the junction box between the panel and the plug itself is waterproof. I've had other panels I've had to go in here and do waterproofing, but this one seems to be waterproof. It does come with the two MC4 plugs, both the female and the male. The only thing I didn't like was that the plugs were not waterproofed, so I just used a little bit of silicone in there, took them apart, and that will take care of that particular issue. Fold this out for you. That's what the panel looks like on one panel. Now the thing I like about this is its adaptability. If you need to only use one panel, you only have space enough for that big of an area, you can fold one of the panels out and get it that way. You can also fold it out to just two panels or all the way out to 4 panels, and I'll show you what the 4 panels look like in just a moment. Here's the panel in its unfolded configuration. You'll notice 4 different segments to the panel itself. It measures 22¼ inches tall by 57 inches wide, so it's a good sized panel, 120 watts. I was saying something earlier about the flexibility of this form factor, is that if you only have space for 2 panels, so you can fold that up and lean it up against something, you'll get 2 panels. You only need 1 panel, you fold it the rest of the way. 3 panels in direct sunlight, you could do that, and then of course 4 panels. All totaled, on the panels themselves, there are grommets for attachment points. They're not large grommets, but they are good sized grommets, and they go through all the way through the material itself. So there's one on all the corners, tops and bottoms. I plan on using this with some small stiff rope that I have to attach it to various points of my boat, so I can get this at the right angle toward the sun. On the panel itself, you'll notice a corrugated surface on it. This is a fully laminated and waterproof panel. You'll see some of these cloth panels with the solar cells that are inserted, but cloth in between. Those don't stay waterproof for long. This one will outlast those as far as being waterproof quite a bit. I live in a temperate rainforest, so that was an important feature for me. The lamination is dimpled, What that does is it increases the efficiency. These panels convert 22.5% of the sunlight that falls on them into electricity, so they are very efficient, one of the highest efficiencies I think you can find out there. The dimpled surface also makes it scratch resistant. You'll know that on some of those semi-flexible panels, if you scratch it, it'll make a full mark on there. That creates a little bit of shading and the panel loses a bit of efficiency. This is a raised surface, so it doesn't cut down into the surface material, just nicks the top of the raised dimples. From what I understand, too, these dimples act like a prism and they disperse the light. Instead of it shining down this way, it spreads the light out over the panel more efficiently as well. I think this is done, these cutouts are done to save some weight on the panel, but I think it also probably adds to the thermal efficiency of the panel, because as you know, solar panels, if they get too warm, they lose their efficiency. The spacing in between allows us to fold easier and to dissipate some heat to get some airflow through the panel itself. Nice Lensun logo on the top. Just a good looking panel as well. So if you have an RV, a camper, a boat like I do, or any other sort of mobile thing to get you out into the woods or on the water, this Lensun should be a good choice for you.